Hey guys, welcome back. A neighbor dropped off this hunk of junk yesterday, and he said it wouldn't start, or I think he said he got it started and then it died in a big puff of smoke. He added some oil and it didn't do anything from there. So, whoa, that's a little overfilled, I think. Actually, I see the oil down in there. Yeah, let's see. So the oil comes up to about there on the dipstick, so I believe that it is overfilled. Let's deal with that first. Alright, let's drain some of this out. That's ridiculous. That was a mess. This thing had at least a quart of oil in it. It's still overfilled, but definitely not as much. It'll run now, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. And this thing, if it does run, is gonna smoke like a freight train, because I am 100% sure this cylinder is 100% full of oil. Yeah, let me clean up. What do you say? It's full of gas. Maybe we just give it a start? I don't know. Or try to start it? This thing came in about 1.5 years ago. I have serviced this before. I want to do that again. That was entertaining. Let's see if we can blow out some of the oil. I don't know. She's done. Want to see what the spark plug looks like? I do. Whoa! It's a little wet, flooded. It's actually not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Well, I don't know. Let me think on this. I got oil and gas coming out of the air filter. The air filter itself is completely saturated. It may be a mess, but it does run. The engine noises are not as pronounced or as bad as I remember them to be. Maybe I'm thinking of a different mower, I'm not sure. A lot of the noise is actually coming from this. The whole adjuster assembly is loose, and I think we could probably tighten that up and get rid of a lot of the noise. I think it probably needs a mild carb clean. You know, maybe just take the bowl off and spray out the jet and poke out the jet, you know, and basic blade sharpening. I power washed this thing off and I cannot get it started. It's actually the next day. I let it dry out and it just will not start. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but maybe it got water in the gas tank. But, you know, before I do anything, I'm gonna check for spark. So I'm all set up here. Getting better at doing the setup thing. The Plug is very wet, so you know, I've been priming it and fuel has been going in, so there's definitely fuel. Whether that fuel has water in it or not, I'm not sure. That could very well be the problem here, but I figure let's check for spark. Hopefully I don't blow myself up, because there is a lot of gas around here. We got spark. Good. So I was playing with it a little bit more. I tried it again. Right there. I do not have spark. So we have an intermittent ignition problem. So what I'm gonna do, it could be the coil, or it could be the brake mechanism over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to disconnect the kill wire so that the ignition coil cannot be grounded out. Like that. So now there's no way that ignition coil can be grounded out, and let's try it again. Alright, we got spark. So basically, I think there's a problem with the engine brake assembly here, and as I follow the cable back up, I think I see the problem. This tab is breaking off, and I don't think it's pulling back the brake far enough. I don't think, because if you look, I don't know if you can see, hopefully there's enough light, but the cable has to pull this brake back, and it has to pull back far enough so that there's a piece of metal here that grounds itself, that grounds out the coil, and when you pull it back, it pulls that away. So I don't think that's actually happening. So I'm going to get a hose clamp and try and fix that cable, and we'll see if we have consistent spark. What I'm going to attempt to do here is I am going to attempt to use a hose clamp. All back together. I think it should start now. Let's fix this height adjuster. Seems to be a little loose. That's the oil. That's the oil dipstick. That's the dipstick. Dipstick. Can you say dipstick? Yes, that one is the gas cap. Very good. Help you? Oh, you want to help? Okay, you want to hold the wrench? Almost there. I am going to just drop this carb bowl and, you know, maybe clean out the jet or something like that. Since the lawnmower runs, I'm not going to do a full carb clean on it or anything like that. Got a piece of something in there. I think it's gasket. I think that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that gasket is going to reseal. We will try though. Here's the jet. It looks okay. I'm just going to take this welding tip cleaner and poke it out a little bit. You know, see if there's any corrosion or anything or crust on the side of this jet. Just, you know, get rid of it like that. And then, seems pretty clean. I don't think there's much going on in here. The thing did run, so not too concerned. So after that, I'm just going to take a little bit of carb cleaner here, blow it out, and call it good. Put it back together. Hopefully that bowl gasket is going to seal. Good. Alright. Bowl is all clean. Let me see if I can put this back without getting any crust or crud in it. Oh, come on. Oh, there we are. Good. I did power wash this thing before, but there's still a lot of crap, like goo up under here. That's the tricky part. My hands are too big for this. Oh, I got it. Oh my gosh, that never happens. I want to make sure that this carb bowl gasket is sealing, so I'm gonna I don't see any leaks, do you? I think we're good. Let's start her up. Alright. So I thought I was done, except for blade sharpening, so I went and took the blade off, and this is what I found. I don't think that this is the, I'm not sure what this is. It's like a possibly universal blade that somebody tried to put on here. It has one of these adapters in it or something. I'm not really sure, but it looks like it may have hit something in the past, and this is no longer seated the way it is supposed to be. At least I think. I'm really not sure. But definitely, I don't know if you can see it in there, it's all chewed up and ground up. It's definitely spun in this opening. So I don't think that I can put this blade back on here like this. I don't think I can put it on here at all. I don't think this is recoverable. So I found this blade and I found this blade. I think either one of these is going to work. They're all 21-inch blades. This one is quite a bit beefier than this one. It's definitely wider and heavier. This new one is closer, the closest to it. It's the same width, same length. The ends are a little bit different, but they're all mulching blades, so I think either of these is going to work. I think I might just go with this one. So I'm trying to find a cost-effective solution for the customer. I mean, I don't know that he wants to pay for a brand new blade like this. And the used blades I have, so this one is a 22-inch. That's not going to work. This one will work, but it's quite a bit larger and heavier than the original. This is the original, and I found this one, and this is also a mulching blade, and it has an adapter washer that can fit in there like that, and it does fit. So I think, and I've already sharpened this one at some point, so I think that I'm gonna give this one a shot and see how it works, and we'll go from there. 40 foot-pounds. Let's do this right. Click. Good. It's actually not vibrating as much. I think that messed up blade was actually way out of balance, and is causing problems. So it's running much better now. So last thing, just a little bit of lubrication on some of the the height adjusters and wheels and such. Anyway, if you like these videos, Be sure to like, subscribe if you want, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me.